Sweet Lips is gonna give
There's
it
gonna
to
be no
us.
need to go outside your home and your relationship. We're gonna keep the relationship going. We're gonna keep the bedroom on fire. We're gonna keep the ceiling in place. But we
Woo!
gonna get the ball and change and whoop the dude Saturday night. We gonna burn it up. Yes, we are Saturday. We gonna burn it up. This is Saturday, freaking Friday, Saturday. We gonna do it all.
What you said by the time you're done? Hello, Marie. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. It is what? It is Sexy Saturday. That's what it is.
There you go. Sexy
It
Saturday.
is Sexy
Okay, that's
Saturday.
right.
The
And just to
lesson
let
is
y'all know,
coming.
we're gonna teach y'all some new skills. Because if you don't know none, Sweet Lips gonna teach you some skills. Now it ain't all about the motion in the ocean. Nope. It's all about what comes out the lips and into those ears, which goes down to the soul, and before you know it, you gotta shake, and somebody's spilling the vanilla. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Sweet Lips got you, I got you, I got you.
So, with that being said, Sweet Lips and Sister Sledge, we are bringing you Sexy Saturday. We bringing sexy back. Hey, because we know that you don't know how to act. Yeah, some of y'all don't know how to act.
And I know y'all thinking, hey, is Sledge and Sweet Lips talking about all this so freaky dicky stuff? Nope, get your mind out the gutter. We talking about how to stimulate the mind, which stimulates the body.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Because the older you get, certain things take a little bit slower to start working. You know what I mean? You can't start
Yeah.
that engine up just as quick as you can.
Some things take a turn for the worse.
Yes. So
But you can make it work.
Yeah. Hey,
But you can make it work.
You want to stimulate your man or your woman? Sit down and have nice conversations about the things that's on your mind. Because, see, everybody has a little freaky dicky in them. They just scared to talk about it. You should never be scared to talk about things like that when it comes to your wife, your husband.
That's right, especially to your partner.
Never, ever, ever. Now, if you talking about some ball and chains and whips, that's different. We don't talk about that stuff here.
I will.
But we can talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we talking about the ball and chains. We talking about some of everything that's going to spice some things up that will keep that fool from trying to walk out the door.
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you something. And for you women out there, same as the member, I'm going to say for you women, Sweet Lips know. Now, I'm telling you, I know. Sweet Lips done been around the world. From Europe to Japan, I done been around the world. So I know. Now, listen. Tell you a little something. Number one, everybody has an off day, but there's no need for when you women looking so good and you got your man where you won, y'all been together for years. There's no need for you, let's say 4 days out of the week, dressing like some banshee. Dress as sexy as you always did. Men love that. See, You ain't got to touch nothing. You could just look with your eyes and it'll stimulate the mind and the body just by looking. Be like, oh, baby, you look good today. I love what you got on.
But you wouldn't want him to touch something. I mean, I would.
Listen, you got plenty of time for touching. But just the look alone, spending some time together, conversating, you know what I mean? Putting some lotion on each other, things like that. You know what I mean? Nice little soothing massage. That helps a lot. See, because as we get older, sometimes we have a tendency of falling off. Men and women, we have a tendency of falling off. No need to. The same thing that got her the first time, that's what you keep on doing to stimulate the mind and the body. Me personally, I love a woman that walk around looking sexy. I ain't say you got to look sexy all the time, but you ain't got to walk around with the goddamn scarf all the time either. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Save that for some other time. But every once in a while, sit down with your man or with your woman, watch a nice movie, have him lay or she lay right there, have her head on your lap, and y'all just sitting there enjoying this movie while you rubbing and massaging her arms or her back or her shoulders. Love that. See, women love that and men love that. It's called giving them that attention that they need. See, I say it again. If you do that, you ain't got to worry about what goes on in the bedroom. That's going to come anyway. But it's about that emotional and physical stimulation of the mind. That helps out a lot. Trust me, Sweet Lips know what he's talking about. Now, if y'all want to sit on here and chat with the sister and Sweet Lips, you let me know when Sweet Lips is wrong at. Now, if you got a plan or something that you do that's special, tell those Sweet Lips. I'm willing to listen, but I'm telling you, if you want to keep your man and your woman, keep that mind stimulated. The physical will always come. That's always the easy part. Because see, coming from a man's point of view, women I don't know much about. See, most men, as we get older, things change. But we do notice that the stress actually does a whole lot when things ain't working, when the mind is stressed out. So what you do is you relieve that stress from your man. By how? Talking with him, talking sweet. Massages, you know what I mean? All the looks, dressing sexy and all that. And I know your women gonna say, man, sometimes I don't want to dress sexy. You dress sexy when you got with them. You dress sexy all that time y'all been together. So that don't mean all of a sudden now y'all together and you're married now. Hey, I ain't got to do that no more. Wrong. Yes, you do. And us men have to do the same. In most cases, us men, we do it because we know how that goes. We ain't trying to stop anything. No matter what, you always want to look good for your man and look good for your woman. Nobody say you got to dress fly. You're in your own home. Shoot, you ain't got to dress at all to tell you the truth. You walk around like Tarzan and Jane, you know what I'm saying? About naked as a bird. Ain't nobody gonna know. That's your business. But you're having fun. You're sitting there having fun, enjoying that time together. You see, when a man sees what his women go through for him and stimulating that mind sexually, that goes a long way. You know, that's imprinted in our brain. And we will always look at our woman like, wow, baby, you look good. Always. Whatever's outside that door don't mean nothing to me at all. That's Sweet Lips' point of view. Now, if y'all got something different to say, share it with Sweet Lips. I want to listen. I want to hear y'all. I don't want y'all just sitting around here listening to Sweet Lips. Give me some feedback. I love some feedback.
Yes. Now, guys, let me say something right now. Because now, Sweet Lips done gave an intro. We done told you yesterday what it's all about. And so now, hold on. Because I know that some of this will take a turn left or right. And so before it do, let me go ahead and read this disclaimer, okay? Disclaimer. The topic of sex is in a relationship is personal and sensitive subject that varies greatly among individuals and may be influenced by culture, religious, and personal beliefs. The suggestions provided are general and not meant to replace professional advice or therapy. It is important to communicate openly and respectfully with your partner about your needs and boundaries when it comes to sexual intimacy. Wellness and satisfaction in a relationship can be achieved through mutual understanding, consent, and ongoing communication. It is recommended to seek guidance from a licensed professional if you are experiencing difficulties or concerns related to sex in your relationship. Now,
I'm the
we could
professional.
go.
I said I've been around the world. Sweet lips know.
Cassandra, blessings, Cassandra. And you should be looking good too, Sweet Lips. Oh, Sweet Lips looks good year round. That's
Sweet lips
just
always look good. I mean, that's my job to make sure I look good. I ain't the finest thing in the world, but I ain't the ugliest either. But sweet lips always look good. My mouth tells it all. I will always tell my sweet honey did what she need to hear. You know what I mean? Because it's coming true from here. That's why I told you. I say it again. When you women give a man such stimulation in his mind, that's something he don't ever forget. And what you get back 5 times over will be a lovely thing. Lovely, because he already knew what's out there don't mean
5
nothing.
times over.
Don't mean nothing compared to what I got at home.
Cassandra said, and Cassandra knows too, because I've been out there too, Sweet Lips. Marie says, stop starting at my little brother hot pants.
Okay, look, let me just say this. I do agree, and you know you probably, but see, that's the thing about it. When you speak the truth, you know what I mean? We talking from experience. See, that's why it's called Let's Talk About It. Because we're going to talk about it here. Sexy Saturday, we're going to talk about it here. Ain't no shame in no game.
None.
You know what I mean? We want to do things to keep our spouse, our loved ones happy. The person that we decide to say, this is who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Only thing I'm saying is when you do that, don't just quit on the job.
Right.
Just continue with that. Continue, because here's the thing. I'm going to tell you one thing. When you give a woman all you can give, your body and soul and all that love you got, and anything go wrong, at least you can say, it wasn't on me. You can't say that I didn't do what I needed to do. Because every single day I made you feel like a woman. I told you the truth. Baby, you want your toes massaged? I got you. All that good stuff. I got you.
Let me just read this. Marie KC says, yeah, what do women and noodles have in common?
Oh, Lord.
If you would like to drop that answer in there, and for those of you on YouTube that is watching, what does women and noodles have in common? If you care to tell us, please tell us. What?
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman and that went straight over my head. That flew right over my head. But when you get ready to put that answer in there, put that answer. Cassandra, LOL was not the answer.
Okay, yeah.
Now, so we're gonna go. Sweet Lips is.
I'm gonna put my tea on. Yo, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, Sweet Lips is bringing it to you one way, and I'm just bringing it to you because you know I had to research the heck out of something. They both wiggle when you eat them. So for those of you on YouTube that did not get the joke, see the joke, what do women and noodles both have in common? The answer was they both wiggle when you eat them. Well, now, we're going to move right along. So, hey, now, what role does sex play in a relationship? Sex can play a variety of roles in a relationship depending on the individuals involved and their preferences. For some couples, sex is a way to connect emotionally and physically, deepen intimacy, and strengthen the bond between partners. It can be a way to communicate love, desire, and trust. Additionally, sexual intimacy can be a stress reducer. Oh, improve your mood. and promote overall well-being. And this is the reason why Sweetlet said that every time that he get into an argument, he wants sugar draws and a hot shower later. So I guess it does improve the mood depending on who you are. However, it's important to note that sex is just one aspect of a relationship, and it's not the only factor that contributes to a healthy and fulfilling partnership. Communication, trust, respect, and compatibility are also crucial components of a successful relationship. Ultimately, the role of sex in a relationship is unique to each couple, and it's important to have open and honest conversations about boundaries, expectations, and desires to ensue both partners on the same page. And Cassandra, let me bring this over here. Cassandra said, well, I've been a virgin for 20 years. I'm waiting on the right husband to come along. And for 20 years, when he get there, oh my God, he is going to stay. I don't know what to say that you can do to, I don't know, get things ready so when he comes along, that, you know what I mean? Because let's just talk about this. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. For all the women out here that are watching, let's just be honest. When that person comes along after 20 years of not having sexual intercourse or anything like that, do you think that it would be a difference? Like at that moment of intimacy, would everything come back to you? You know what I mean? Are you going to be functioning on this here level, or after a certain age, would it even matter? You know what I mean? Or do you not look for intercourse, but you looking for hugging and kissing and holding and caressing? It's like riding a bicycle. Okay, Marie. Cassandra said, when God sent, it's going to be right. When so you saying that, like after 20 years of holding on, it's just going to be, whoa, you just going to, take it back to the days when you just, be able to blow somebody's hair back? Is that what you're saying? Because I just wondered that. You know what I mean? After you've been out of the game, Marie said it's just like riding a horse. I'm going to wait on God because it will be right. Okay. And so I guess the answer is yes, she's just going to be ready. She's going to, and anyone else out there that's watching, let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Now, this is the question that I have, because, I already know how I am. Let me just start there, okay? Because I already know. Now, this is what I don't believe in. And this is just me. I read my disclaimer, and this is just me. And then you guys tell me what is your belief? What do you believe? I believe that when I am in a relationship, and this is just me, as prudish as it may sound, so what? It's me. There are just things that I won't do because I want to save that for my husband. Not to say that he will never cheat, so far he hasn't, and not to say that a man would never leave or a woman would never leave. But I just think and I believe that when you give that person your all, your total mind, body, and soul, and if that person is still not willing to take it to the next level with you, then why are you let me just tell you something, because I ain't giving up on nothing. We're going to have some fun, but as far as doing a lot of exploring. There's just things I just think that when you're in a regular relationship of a boyfriend, girlfriend, and you are, you're exploring, you're having fun, but what do you take over into the marriage? You know what I mean? And maybe it's just because me. And maybe it was just me. And maybe it was my mental block because I have always set those standards already for myself. And I think a lot of times it could have been a downfall of my relationships, but I don't care. But anyways, I just think that when you're with someone and you're enjoying and you're exploring different things, and then suddenly there's a breakup, I would feel like you have robbed me of my sexual pleasures that I could have given to someone else that was willing to just take me from your girlfriend to your wife. And that's the reason why I said I don't believe in shacking up for long periods of time. Like, yeah, you got to get to know someone, but as far as being that person to say that, you know what I mean, we swinging off the chandeliers and you know what I mean, we going behind the back of the booth, we in the movies doing like, you know what I mean? That's just me. That's just me. I just refuse to be robbed. Marie said, yeah, that was Cassandra said, and that's why I'm not shacking up with nobody, and that's why I said God knows when it's right. Yeah, because to me, especially like when, everybody knows like that first time no one's married and someone's teaching someone. But by the time you're done in this, oh, he's my boyfriend, he's my girlfriend thing, or he my fiance for 99 years, what is left for the imagination? You almost have to recreate these moments all over again. You know what I mean? That's how I just feel about it. I just feel like there are just things that you may be in love with a person, but that person is not that in love with you. And then the next thing you know, at any given moment, someone leaves and then, or they're throwing something back in your face. And to me, that's not cool. It's not. I just don't believe that you should put everything into it. Because let me tell you what I've come to know. Sometimes a relationship is only based on sex. You're not communicating finances, you're not communicating lifetime goals, you're not communicating, even religious beliefs, because it's all built around sex. And when that sex dies, you're left holding a pot. Wait for Sweet Lips to come back so he can read it to him. So you can read it to him. I don't know, Cassandra said that she was, and that's why I'm not shacking up with nobody, and that's why I said God knows when it's right. And then she said, I just don't want that no more because I've been with a lot of men. I don't want to say, and nothing never came from it. Wait for Sweet Lips to come. See, that's what I'm saying. When you just allow someone to rob you of your joy, of your jewels, of your, you know what I mean, of your pleasures, and you still carrying that same title.
Well, let the doctor talk. The doctor's in.
Yeah, all right, the doctor's back. I guess I'll get me a cup of tea too while Sweet Lips take this over.
Yeah, I do understand that sometimes, people don't want to shack up, all that. I mean, I get it. And I get from past experience, sometimes, you this and that. But here's the thing. We all, no matter what, are human, have needs. This is what the human flesh is. But let me put it this way. But that don't mean everybody got to go out there and tapping on everybody else's dope. But what I'm saying is, just because, that's one thing I learned to myself, because I had bad experiences with certain that, I don't let that stop me from doing, what I want to do, what I feel inside. Because here's the thing, we all want the right person. But see, there's a difference between the right person and everybody looking for the perfect person. Because ain't nobody going to be perfect. Ain't going to be no perfect person. Ain't going to be no perfect marriage. Nothing. But if you've been, like with me, if I'm with someone, a woman, and I respect her and respect her body, and we were in a relationship together, and we did what needs to be done all outside the line and under the line, and things didn't work out, there's no hard feelings. And here's my thing, because sometimes things don't work out. But if that man's been treating you right, and that woman been treating you right, but it was something there that just didn't happen. Okay, that's all well and fine. But I feel that you should, because to me, I just look at it like, hey, I don't care what happened or how it happened. I'm not out here, with the pants on fire. You know what I mean? I just want mental stimulation. See, I ain't care about that. I don't even care about nothing about, but the physical. I want the mental stimulation, because the mental stimulation is more powerful to me than the physical stimulation. The physical stimulation, you can get that anytime. But the mental stimulation is something powerful. That's just how I feel about it. And I mean it because I lived it. This is who I am. Because let me tell you something. There's one thing that I do like, and as a man, come from a man's point of view, the sister give her own, and y'all out there tell me what you think. All you, ladies out there, tell me Sweet Lips what you think. But here's what I'm going to tell you how Sweet Lips feel. The way you walk, the way you talk, the things that we do when we sit down and watch a movie together, the fact that every time we turn around, we stimulate each other with conversation, and these hands is always massaging that body of my woman, every which way possible, just to relax and stimulate that mind. Because let me tell you something, I can tell you now, when Sweet Lips get finished putting the hands on you, and that go down to your soul, I ain't worrying about the physical, because you hit that bedroom before I get there. Because you'll be like, oh, Sweet Lips. Oh, look. When that man touch your body and give you that massage, when that man talk to you, when he talk, let me tell you something. That old saying, they say, you can talk, buzzing off a shit wagon. And let me tell you one thing.
You talk the jaws right off of her.
I would talk the drawers off. I would talk the bra off. Shoot, I would tell you the true feeling of what's on my mind or how I feel about you. That it will stimulate your mind and your body. Like I said, the physical is easy. It's about here, the mental. And it's about just looking at your woman when she walk up and down, looking sexy at times. You know what I mean? Little things that she do, just hitting around. You know what I mean? She got that little night skirt on and whatnot, or her little night dress and this and that. She know little things happening or whatnot, bending down that way. You be like, I know what you doing there, sweetie. I know what you doing there. I'm catching it, but I'm with it because I appreciate what you're trying to do by keeping that flame and keeping us, the both of us, stimulated. I like that because here's the thing. I ain't got to go outside that door. For what? I go outside the door to go to work. I ain't looking for nothing outside. I ain't looking for no physical for no one because they cannot give me what you giving me. They cannot do what you do. So I ain't even looking at nobody like that. I ain't even thinking about that. That's Sweet Lips. That's the doctor here. The doctor telling you from a man's point of view.
And any man that's out there, any guy that's out there watching that wants to add.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Add to it. Because see, I just think that's the difference between the man's perspective and the woman's perspective. But on that same level, if you have a woman and that is all, that's what she's looking for, that's going to work because that means you both are on the same page. You know what I mean? You guys are both on the same page. Like I said, and just a little bit different, just a little bit. Now, here are some ways to spice up your sex life. And I have this in a marriage, which meant it would go for you too in a relationship. Because I always say that the relationship will lead to a marriage. And that is my take, and that's what I believe. Communicate openly. Talk to your partner about your desires, your fantasies, and boundaries. Communication is the key to ensuring that both partners are comfortable and satisfied in the bedroom. Those goes along the line with Sweet Lips was just saying. Try new things. Experiment with different positions, locations, and activities to keep things exciting. This can help break routine and add excitement to your sex life. Now, I agree right there. I totally agree. Different positions, doing it in different locations. I agree that, man, I'm telling you, and it's just the thrill of whether someone can catch you or not. So, you're getting satisfaction two different ways. You know what I mean? Like, normally people don't do this, but now here you are with this person. And let me tell you something, the different locations and all of that, and the different positions, that is what I experienced in a marriage. I didn't get that experience outside of it because, like I said, I have my own mental blocks and I was not looking for it. And a lot of times I think it's maturity in the person. You know what I mean? You have some people that's going to be very mature. You have some that's just going to be late bloomers. And you just have some that believe that experience is what you want on that next level. So really, it does depend on the individuals when you enter into that relationship. But again, it should not just be based on sex. And I think going into it as a late bloomer was because I had already set my mind that wasn't the only thing that I was going to look for. And so I just never took my time to put my all into it. And it was just something that, I always said up front, do not put your heart into this because mine is not there. I was just adamant about not allowing sex to be the main thing in the relationship. It didn't matter how good it was. It didn't matter what the feeling was. And as a matter of fact, to be honest with you, it annoyed the hell out of me when I said, do not put anything into this, and then you constantly calling me. That was a reason for a number change. And let me tell you something, when I was young, I had a lot of numbers. Stop calling me. No is no. But it just, again, depends on the individual, and it depends on what it is you're looking for. And I never used that as my foundation of a relationship, that it all came down to how good you made me feel. Because if I'm feeling good and I still can't pay my bills and you're here, then I don't want you. If I'm feeling good and I can't even go and buy a dress, then I don't want you. You know what I mean? And that's why I said it depends on the individual. Like, some people just like, I just didn't see it.
Here's the thing that with old sweet lips know from experience. See, I study things, and that's just me, about when it comes to women and the women body. I truly do. I look up things and I study things because here's the thing. I always want to be correct in what I do and what I say about what comes. Because see, I ain't a woman, but it's not hard to learn and research things and see things. And that's what I do. Because one thing I do know that I do research and I always find out, see, when there's nothing happening for so long, and then she finally do make love or find the right person. See, I didn't know, and I researched and find out that the longer a woman wait, that in most cases, that's damaging to her uterus walls because they start to close. And you can damage, it can tear, because it's been a while. So things starts to conform back.
KY jelly, personalized.
No, but I read this and for real, and I'm like, well, and it was like it can, from soreness to bleeding to damaging that way. And it's like, wow.
Well, so that's when you're losing your moisture. You're losing your elasticity and stuff like that.
Even if a woman if it's been a long time, that can happen. That can happen. Because things start to close up. Things start to form back and start to tighten like a rubber band. It starts to tighten. And that's scary to me. To me as a man, because I know when I read, I'm saying like, hey, I wouldn't want to go there. I don't want to do that. Oh, no.
But I just think even under those circumstances, if your whole relationship is built around that. Let me tell you guys something, and the sister just being honest, because that's why we're talking about it. Go to that little stall over there. You can find every lubricant, every toy, but we're going to get down to that. We got that. Now listen to this. Role play, dress up, create different characters, act out. Oh my God, that's my favorite. People be asking me why I have so many wigs, and I can't even tell you who I am. I just can't tell you who I am. I just can't. And let me tell you something. And the first time that I have ever danced for a man, I danced for my husband. And I was not even into it. So your imagination can go different places when everything else is falling into place. Everything has to fall.
I agree, but you have some women that, here's the problem. You can be with somebody, but you have some women that don't even open their mind to it, stimulate, role play, all that. They like, oh, I don't know nothing about that. Boo, we can learn together. What you talking about?
Right, because I didn't know nothing about that either until I just kept being asked, and it's like, let me throw on something to try this.
Open your mind and stop talking. And see, here's one thing I don't like. And you women need to listen to Sweet Lips, because I can tell you what a burn Sweet Lips up. Don't tell me about what you can't do. I don't want to hear can't. I want to hear about what you're willing to try to do. Because we all can do anything we want to do. Don't like, well, I can't do. If you really truly want to, you can. That's like saying to your man, oh, baby, can you go by? I need so and so from the store. Well, I can't go by that. Yes, you can. No, I can't. Well, why not? Well, really, because I don't really want to. Nah, he's supposed to be like, okay, babe, I got you. Let me go take it. Still, I hate that word. I can't. Yes, you can. Try it. You may like it. Try new things.
Right, and
stop
I don't
being
think
boring all the time.
No. See, I'm gonna stop you because see now, no. Let me tell you, no. Bring your lips here so I can pluck you. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about right now. Now, because someone does not have that experience, this MF right
No.
here.
So, ho.
No,
I
let
didn't
me
say,
tell you what he said wrong and you
I
cannot
didn't
do.
say,
You
no,
said,
I did not say
no,
experience.
you
I
said,
said,
no, you said, stop
try
being boring all the time. Do you know
yeah.
everybody starts off being boring and then you
No.
learn?
Ho. Everybody starts off being boring. We're talking about here now. See, Sweet Lips got the correct. No, your sister ain't gonna try to get on the Sweet Lips. I said within if you in a relationship for a while or a marriage, we talking about real commitments. We ain't talking about that old fly by night crap. We talking about someone that you are with and you're spending the rest of your life with. We ain't talking about no one night stand or none of that. We talking about someone that you are going to be with for the rest of your life.
But even then, you're not boring.
Even that, because here's the thing, even that's the whole idea of a stimulation of mind. Try something new. And you women are the same way, because y'all say that word in a minute. I'm gonna give an example for somebody. Like I said, we all grown here. The first thing y'all talking about, some women say, look, I don't want to keep doing that old missionary style, that dog. Can we try something else? It's like, I get tired of doing that. That's the same way you do all it. Try something new.
Right, but the whole idea is to try something new, but you can't call them boring because they don't know. And then not only that, if your approach to it is aggressive, it's going to turn me off all the way around.
If you don't stop saying boring because they don't know, I specifically said experience people that are in serious relationships or marriages.
No one's really experienced.
If somebody's been married 20, 30 years, are you crazy? You should be.
No. Let me tell you something. And I've been married 35 years. And there are still just some things that I'm not going to do.
Okay, there's a difference between things that I'm not, because here's the thing. There are things that no one will do. But see, here's the thing. When you're in a relationship, the things that I'm assuming, the decent and boundary things that your husband or your wife will ask you to do, I'm pretty sure is within the bounds. They ain't gonna ask you to do some old.
No, you have some that they are a little more experienced and they're on the borderline of sex addicts. So no matter what it is, they just have to do, they be forgetting that they're humans and not rabbits. It's like every time somebody turn around, ain't nobody be get up in the morning, get up in the evening, in the kitchen.
100%. You're right. But see, we're talking about, okay, look, we are talking about things that will help people in their marriage, that will actually, and we're talking that, see, if you experience and this person's not experienced and all this and that, then you should have all the leeway in the world to understand this person's not experienced. We ain't talking about, we're talking about, we look, you got to have all the patience in the world, but we're talking about relationships, serious relationships and marriage. If you've been with someone 10, 15, 20, 30, look, these are the times and the years as you've been with someone for so long when things start to decline. You got to do what you do to bring it up together. Now, I know when you say, wait, you know what, babe? I tell you what we gonna do, we gonna sit around here, we gonna have a little threesome going on. Nobody talking about no wild stuff like that. Then hell, well, then again,
some people like it. Hey, I got the threesome up in here. Don't worry, I covered it in the chapter.
That's what I'm saying. See,
I covered it.
I'm coming from experience. But what I'm trying to say is, look, if we talking real talk here, the problem is in most relationships and marriage is every time, and the most times that people keep stepping outside their marriages, man or woman, the first thing is they always talking about, if it ain't financial, that's right. Look, first of all, you should never leave nobody for financial reasons. If you've been with that man and woman for all this long, y'all got some finance, man, y'all handle that together. Second of all, if you sitting around here and it has to do, everybody talking about, oh, well, you know, the love making ain't happening, this ain't happening. My thing is, what are you doing to help that? What are you sitting there complaining about? What are you doing to help it?
Right.
Because let me tell you something. It takes two to get it started. It don't, not one. It takes two. But if you're not helping, who are you to complain? And people always want to complain and step out when they ain't helping none.
Let me read a little bit comments. Marie said, here's my personal opinion. If you're in a relationship already, don't chase the outside because it's not fair. Cassandra said, we have to be really in love. And like I said, it would be a marriage. And then Cassandra said, so what are we going to swing from the chandeliers? I'm not going to rule out the chandeliers. Let me tell you something. Let me keep that to myself. But swinging from chandeliers, there's nothing wrong with that. I think where the miscommunication comes in at is when you're trying to introduce something new and that person is not ready. Stop asking. Now you already put that idea in that person's head. Let that person come. Allow me to come to you and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and try this, because you already said, oh, let's try this. And I said, I'm not comfortable and I'm not ready. But we can do everything else, but we just cannot do this because I'm not ready. That it doesn't make me boring. It doesn't make me cold. I'm just saying that particular thing, I'm not ready for it.
I agree 100% with you, 1,000%. But let me tell you, you know, I'm gonna give you some tips here. Let me tell you how Sweet Lips do it.
Pay attention to the tips is coming.
Pay attention to that. See, when I want to do something or experience something different, what I do is I go get a book. And I give my sweetie the book. Read this book, sweetie. I want you to read this book. See, and I let her come up with the idea. Read this book. Because, see, there's knowledge out there. There's books in the wrong book because you don't know and I don't know. But I got this book here. We can sit here and read this together. Read this book, sweetie. And, you know, we can figure out some stuff up in here. And I let her come to me.
Right.
And she make me, hey, you know what? I don't read page 25, and I like page 25. I look at page 25, and I'll just say, hey, you got it. There you go.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Allow that person to come to you and say, now I'm ready. Now, here is another thing. Incorporate toys and props. Introducing sex toys, lingerie, or other props can add novelty and excitement to your sex life. And let me tell you something. I truly believe in the toys. And because it will excite. And that is something that if he keep talking and you really don't want to know, you're going to pull out the glass. And it's like, if you think this ain't gonna work, you stare by the door and I'm gonna lock you out, and you know. But let me tell you something. Toys can help. Toys can help. Games can help.
Yeah.
Games can help. And let me tell you something. And when you throw your parties, because I have been to sex parties where you can, you know, purchase the little toys or whatever, and then if you get 5 or 6 people to you know, you just keep on. That's how it used to be. But the toys, and as nasty, and it's not even nasty, it's real talk. Sometimes watching the videos help. Because sometimes I just don't read a book. Now, if I turn a movie on and I can visually see what it is that you are expecting of me and we're watching it together, I can go with that. Because sometimes you got to get that visual, because you know what I mean, just reading it, it's like, this is crazy. What you LOLing about, Cassandra? Toys work wonder.
You see, there you go. That's coming from experience from the sister. She laying it on your. See, and I understand. That's what I'm saying. I'm just talking about that relationship. I ain't talking about outside. I ain't talking about little. I'm talking about in a real relationship. Because I'm telling you something, man. My mind be running. And some toys, man, please.
Some toys will help.
I'll go shopping in a minute.
Right. It's just, and hey, and it is nothing wrong with being handcuffed. It is nothing wrong with being handcuffed. It is okay. It is okay to be handcuffed.
You lost me. Oh, shit. Okay.
And as a matter of fact, that outside of being handcuffed, it's okay to have a gentle choke. You ain't gotta sit there and try to take the life away from a person, but a little gentle choke is okay. It is okay. It is okay. And let me tell you something. It is also okay to go to those toy shops and you just get the sluttiest outfit and that's who you be for a moment. Live out that fantasy. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to sit there. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I used to think like, what would my life have been like if I was a hoe? Sometimes you just look at these girls. I'm not going to even lie. I'm just being straight up honest. You know, sometimes you just be looking at these girls and they be like, oh yeah, I had him. And then, I went somewhere with this person and I went somewhere with that person. And, sometimes I just be thinking like, damn, they make that sound so excited. Like, damn, I must be really, really boring, but I'll live. But sometimes you just want to think, like, you just want to, like, you don't want to be like, don't call me Gail, call me something dirty. You know what I mean? But just don't call me a bitch or anything. But you know what I mean? But call me something dirty. And sometimes the little wits, when it's done right, it'll take your whole body into a, oh shit, damn. It's okay to see, but this is what I'm saying. These are the things that I did not experience until I got into a marriage. And that's why I said, I can't even see myself with my boyfriend and, yo, don't be choking, don't grab my throat, don't even hold me the wrong way. But see, when I got to a point, and I think what happens in the mind is that a lot of times, and I'm just speaking from my experience, like, love came that late for me. I think by the time I heard the word love, I've heard it before when it didn't matter because I already had a mental block like, I don't like you, I want to be with you, and I'm going to leave you. And then when I heard love, again, it was just so fulfilling that at that moment, I was just willing to do every and anything. Because you do want to please your mate. But when I'm not going to please my mate, I'm going to please my husband. I don't want to please a boyfriend like that. And that's just me. Like I said, I have a lot of mental blocks, okay?
Yeah.
I have mental blocks. I ain't going to lie about it.
I agree.
Some whipped cream, some feathers, this is what you're just trying something new. But to me, it just have to be meaningful. Okay, now schedule sex dates. Set aside dedicated time for intimate moments together. This can help ensure that both partners prioritize their sexual connection and make time for each other. That works sometime, and sometimes I just want it spontaneous. You know what I mean? I don't like, at 6:30, we're just going to go. Like, no, like chase me around and start removing the clothes. Do something.
You give me flashbacks, sis. You give me flashbacks. Oh, man.
That
schedule crap, man.
Because sometimes when you have kids, it's really, really hard because then, you know what I mean, right at that moment, either you're going to choose to leave them knocking at the door or you're just going to be like, okay, we have to stop.
But that schedule crap, oh, man, I'm telling you, I ain't doing you know what, we going to do this and this on a Friday. Oh, no, Saturday, we going to, man.
No, sometimes that works, though.
No, but here's some tell you what, don't work for me. Oh, man. I like spontaneous. I don't like schedule. I like spontaneous. I really truly do. Because here's the problem with schedule. I don't been there, done that. By the time you schedule something, do you know the day of? So many things don't came up. Somebody don't went to sleep, or you don't forgot. And no. Or you get something like, oh well, all right, let's just make it for tomorrow. This ain't no doctor's appointment, man. You crazy? No.
Well, you are entering in the cavity, so it'll be a doctor's appointment.
I like spontaneous so much better. Spontaneous is so much better.
Yeah, you know, but sometimes you can, because let me tell you something. When the kids were younger, there were just times I had to plan it. And my plan would always be, we're going away. We're going to go away. And then I would go and get those, you know, it's like you can get the jungle room. We've had the Cleopatra room. And so the schedule, that's why I said sometimes it works, sometimes you have to just schedule. And that was the time that we can get intimate, act like a fool, you know what I mean? Just lay in the bed and this is all we're doing all day.
I get that. See, now, see, when you say that, see, that makes sense. But see, that makes sense to me with the right freaking women.
Yeah.
You have to have the right. See, y'all gonna get me mad up on here.
Cassandra said there's nothing wrong with quickies. Oh, we have done quickies. We have pulled up in somebody else's driveway that wasn't home and did a quickie and then got back on the road. And let me tell you something. The thrill was not getting caught. The thrill was not getting caught. So quickies, yeah. Sometimes that
now Anita
living on the edge.
You and my crew, Anita Baker's on the right track. I like that, Anita. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with just, you know, a quickie, and sometimes you know what I mean. You just have to be bent over and peeping around the door while you finish getting your back cracked because them damn kids don't know what take a nap mean. Sometimes you got to do a quickie. And I'm just being honest.
I agree.
Sonia said, but don't do quickies all the time because something wrong with that. Right. She said something wrong.
Something wrong with it?
Oh yeah, and this is something too that's very important. Oh my God, this is on top of the sex list. And let me tell you the pros and cons about this. Focus on foreplay. Spend time exploring each other's body, kissing and touching before moving on into intercourse. Building anticipation can make the experience more pleasurable for both partners. Let me tell you something. That is true. Getting into that foreplay. When you start trying to take foreplay into overtime like you at a damn football game, I got a problem with that.
Yeah,
because you
I
know
agree.
there's only a window between moist and dry. There is a window there. And all of this.
How about stop waiting around? But you know something too, man. Let me say this from a man's point of view. Stop. Oh man, I get so. You know what I mean? Woo! Stop waiting around all the time for your partner to say something. Oh, I know you want to do. Oh, you didn't ask me. What, I got to put in a business card? What are you talking about? Are you serious?
You have to put in a bid.
Yeah, it's like, what? Seriously? It's like, how about you responding to, stop just waiting and be like, well, I don't know. Because see, here's the thing. There's one thing about a woman, a good woman that will take over in a minute. See, sometimes a man, you ain't got to make a move. You ain't got to say nothing. And before you do anything, she right there on it. Like, this is what's happening tonight. You be like, oh, okay. He ain't said, but all that. Well, I didn't know you wanted to do anything. I mean, I was waiting for you. What? What?
But I think
what?
no, I think there at that moment. No, let me just say something.
Let me say from a man's point. I'm going to say what happens. What happens is from a man's point, and I'm telling you, the stimulation is gone because you always know you feel like you start to feel like you doing something because I'm asking you to. Because other than that, you really don't want to. You really don't want. No man likes that. It's like you feel like you're giving me something that you really truly don't want to. So after a while, you start to say, you know what? I'm good, man. I ain't asking no more. I don't even want to make a move. I don't even want to try doing anything. It's like I can't, because when I do, I just feel like you doing it just cause. That's how to make. And if it was vice versa for a woman, I'm pretty sure you'll feel the same way. If you always responded to your man, and for a woman, I'm gonna ask you women, always constantly, you got to give a little hint here, give a little hint there. If you don't, it ain't happening. You make it seem like, one, either you make me feel like I ain't attractive anymore, or two, when you do, you give me the feeling like I'm wasting your time, like you just doing something for me. Oh, we gonna do this thing. We do it. And you be like, what, man, you know what, keep that. Nah. That's not sexy to me.
Right, but here's the thing. A lot of times, either he is going to be tired or she's going to be tired. When you read that body language, then you would just know not to approach.
Oh yeah, I get it, but there ain't no such thing as tired 7 days a week.
Let me tell you something. I've been tired from 2 months ago.
Look, man.
Let me tell you something. By the time I get done, I'm up. Now I have this kid from 8 till 7. In between that time, either I'm cooking, in between that time, I'm trying to do my daily reading. In between that time, I'm washing. In between that time, I'm probably gonna clean the bathroom. And let me tell you something, by the end of the day, when my day is winding down, I'm here doing what I'm doing. So I can be tired. As a matter of fact, that's why I said sometime a schedule will work. Sometime a schedule will work. But
that work
you have to know, and you have to look at your mate. You have to look at your husband and wife or wife and see. You can see the exhaustion in them. And you should not be looking for anything at that moment.
And do it. I agree. But how about if you have a moment where that it's like a constant thing. Constant. It's like it can go months, weeks, and it's just nothing. I think to me that's a problem.
It could be. It can become a problem because guess what? When you don't make that time, the problem starts with that eye going outside the door. That can drive a person outside the door. But then again, you have to really, really pay attention because some men, when their sex drive is peaking, a woman will be at a standstill, and then the next thing you know, she takes off, and now you're the one saying where, I'm tired, and she's the one that's looking.
But let me tell you something. We got a comment. That better be a good comment.
No, Cassandra said sometimes men want sex all the time, and women are not like that. Not all women.
No,
not all women. I agree. I agree.
No, presses. No.
Dr. Sweet Lips said no. That diagnosis was wrong.
I'm going to tell you something, and the doctor going to let you know that's technically not really all that true, because some women are worse than men. Some women is like a ball of fire and want it more than a man.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, whoa. I mean, you can look it up. You can see it online. Women, man, some women are worse than men. Talking about, oh, what? Well, he ain't doing this. I want to do it every day. I want to do it 5 times, and you look like, whoa, that's too much from some. It all depends on the individual. That's all I can say. But no, that's not all on men. And that's not man bash now. That's not all on men. Some of these women are just as more powerful in that bedroom than a man is. Shoot, some of these women so powerful they're able to make a man feel small.
Cassandra said women are like that because especially when it's time for that time of the month, so women get that. And sometimes it is that time of month. You cranky, you bloated, and you're just not paying attention to that time of the month, and you still trying to get like. Do you want me to Lorena barbecue?
That's new to me. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it'd be that time of month. Engage in sensual activities. Take a bath together. Give each other massages or engage in other sensual activities to build intimacy and connection. And you talked about massages. Good.
Yeah,
look at my brother. He got points.
Yeah. See, didn't I say the doctor's in? I know about this. Massages works. You must, man.
Marie said that's why all the thunderstorms are named after women.
Marie said what?
That's why all the thunderstorms are named after women.
Because women, they wild up in that bedroom. They wild. Some of them women worse than the men.
Yes, this is true.
The sister said, seek counseling. That's me. That's me. Professional help. That's me. That's me. The doctor's in.
I am done. Look, watch erotic content together. Watching adult movies or reading erotic literature can be a fun way to explore new fantasies and spark desires. And let me tell you something, really, and sometimes reading those erotic books, boy, it'll make you drop that book.
I never really got into that. I never got into erotic books.
Man. And it's the words.
CDs, I can dig that.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
It's the words that you read in the book that will put you in the mood and have your stuff twitching.
Yeah.
Like he was thrust like, oh, it's just the word. Just like, ooh, I think I want him.
Depends. Like I said, it all depends on the individual you're dealing with.
Right. Take a weekend getaway. Planning a romantic weekend trip can create a special and intimate atmosphere for reconnecting with your partner. And let me tell you something. When you plan those getaways, make sure that you're there doing something. Because let me tell you, the worst thing to do is plan a damn getaway and all you want to do is sleep the whole damn getaway.
You see, and I was getting ready to say, what am I planning to get away for if I ain't smoking no boots? If I ain't smoked the boot at home, what make I'm gonna smoke the boots when I got away? That just cost me some money. It's like, what would we do that for? Nah, get away.
Look, seek professional help. If you're experiencing difficulties in your sex life, consider seeking therapy or counseling to address the underlying issue and improve your sexual relationship.
You want to improve your sexual relationship? Give Sweet Lips a call. I'll help you out.
Okay, and then when you go see the therapist or the counselor for your whatever's bugging you sexually, don't start sleeping with the therapist.
But sis, we ain't got no certificate, but that's what we here for. We helping them out.
Yeah.
We ain't got no MDs or nothing, but we got the experience.
Right. Okay. Now let's go on. Now now you tell me if you would ever try this, because to me, I just find it to be distasteful. And if I have to do this, I would prefer that I go outside and find my own man and not you see me and watch me screwing somebody else. But why do couples like threesomes? Couples may choose to explore threesomes for a variety of reasons. And it's important to note that every individual and relationship
I've never
is
had a
unique.
threesome in my life.
Some of the reasons why couples may be interested in threesome include sexual exploitation. Threesomes can be a way for couples to explore and fulfill their sexual fantasy, desires, and curiosity in a non-monogamous setting. And you know what? when I used to watch those movies and seeing people doing threesomes, what came to my mind was, oh, that dirty bee. Like, why would you be wanting? And that's what I said. In my mind, if I had to go and do somebody else, sleep with another man because, you know what I mean, it's your fantasy or whatever, then I want to go into a private place and go do it myself. I don't need you. Like, that seems just so nasty to me. Cassandra said, I don't believe in that because the man, my old woman, might enjoy the other person more than he enjoy with his spouse. So I don't believe. No, and you know, sometimes that happens.
Well, I think that's why some couples do threesome because, I mean, to spice up. And then, I mean, from what I understand, I don't know, never did it before in my life. I mean, I never did it. But I figured like if you're doing a threesome, I figured that woman, you know, hey, that means you got to spice and speed it up. You got to outdo the other one.
Right, because some men, that's their fantasy to have two women on them.
If you don't stop that, some women love that crap too.
No, but that's more of a man's fantasy than a woman. I just can't see a woman wanting to, like.
I know some famous people that some women like that crap. When that happened, you know, when they was talking about, nope, that was on me. That wasn't on my husband. That was my idea.
Yeah, but you know, men is an ego thing. They want. Marie said, I'm not going
like
to
do no shit like
that because you can't. But that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, ill, and you know, let me not say ill because I don't want someone that believes in it to be thinking that it's wrong.
But yeah, you want to defend nobody.
It just does not suit my taste. But you have some couple, and it's more in Hollywood. They do it a lot. It seems like that they're always doing these threesomes or swinging. It says variety and excitement. Introducing a third person into the sexual experience can add novelty and excitement to the relationship, helping to spice things up and keep things interesting. But I don't understand, what would you be spicing up watching your husband, wife, your boyfriend or girlfriend sitting there getting intimate, and especially if he ain't hit your hot spot in a while and this heifer moaning? Get up! You done insulted me. Get up! I can't even. No, that thought is not even there. And then you always have to wonder if you oohing and ahhing and she ooh. So you gonna meet her later? Because you just really started hitting that back real hard. You started pulling her hair, biting her, and I have not received that treatment in a minute. Because I'm saying, yes, Gail, that is so true. That's why I don't believe that. Yeah, that right there, nah. And then it says, bonding and intimacy. Some couples may find that sharing a sexual experience with a third person can strengthen their emotional connection and trusting. How you going to trust somebody that you basically, I'm saying to you that it is okay, but let me tell you what the turnaround there is. When we agree to bring somebody in, now all of a sudden I find out you're doing it again by yourself with somebody else. The trust is broken.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That trust and that bond is broken.
That happens. Definitely happens. But that happens in both ways.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's broken.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Experimentation. Threesomes can provide an opportunity for couples to experiment with new sexual experiences, positions, and dynamics that may not have been explored otherwise. Let me tell you something. If that's not explored, don't explore it. I mean, it will not be my recommendation. I just could not see myself laying there. No, let me just tell you what came across my mind, because I have watched some of those movies, and it's just not the man, it's the woman on women also. It's the woman on woman. And it just have to be something that's satisfying to you. You know what I mean? Because I just don't see, I just don't want no woman licking on no, no. Who? Cassandra says, "Show you go ahead and do that with your husband if you want to, and then find later on seeking off the person that you have to three. Yeah, or you find him on websites, or her on websites.
Yep.
No, no, no. Fantasy fulfillment. For some couples, threesome may be a way to fulfill a shared fantasy or desire that they have discussed and agreed upon together. See, and that just comes back to those two people in agreement with it. You have to be in agreement with it. But to me, the thought is already in your head, like if that conversation come up and you jump at it. You know what I mean? Some people is just really, really, freaky leaks like that. They like it. They enjoy it. You know what I mean? And they build their marriages. And I think a lot of them are the ones that's in open marriages. You have to be open. Adding a third person to a sexual encounter can potentially increase pleasure and intensify for both partners, as well as provide new and different sensations. I think I'm gonna get that on my next birthday now. It's gonna be on my next birthday request. This is like, oh man, and I want me a one with an accent. Like I want me a Canadian, or you know what I mean, a French man.
Crazy.
Now, using sex toys. Using sex toys in a relationship can be a healthy and fun way for couples to enhance their sexual experiences. Sex toys can introduce novelty and excitement into your sex life, help you explore new sensations and pleasures, and improve communication and intimacy between partners. I'm very game for toys. And anybody that, you want someone to, never mind, say send me some toys and I'll go ahead. However, it's important to have open and honest communication with your partner about your interests and boundaries when it comes to using sex toys. Some people feel insecure or threatened by the idea of incorporating sex toys into their relationship. And let me tell you, the most person that feels threatened by that would be a man. Because, the little rabbit and stuff like that, the little bunny ear rabbits and things like that, you know what I mean? They don't be talking, they don't be asking a lot of questions. They ain't gonna ask you, do you doing it well? You know what I mean? They gonna give you what you looking for, and then you can wipe them off and put them away for later. So a man is more threatened by a sex toy.
I ain't got no toys, but I'll be mad at no toys. I gotta put that on my birthday list.
No, toys. Using sex toys responsibly with mutual consent and respect can strengthen the emotional connection and sexual satisfaction with your partner. Just make sure to prioritize open communication, mutual respect, and a willingness to explore the experiment together. Now, here's something I looked up. Now, how can you tell if you're a sex addict? If you suspect that you may be a sex addict, here are some signs and symptoms to look out for. Preoccupation with sexual thoughts or behavior, leading to neglect of other responsibilities and obligations. Continual engagement in sexual activities despite experiencing negative consequences, such as relationship problems, health issues, or legal trouble. Intense craving or urges for sex that are difficult to control. Using sex as a way to escape from emotional pain or stress. Engaging in risky sexual behaviors such as unprotected sex or sex with multiple partners. Difficulty establishing and maintaining intimate non-sexual relationships. spend an excessive amount of time viewing pornography or engaging in other forms of sexual activity, feeling shame, guilt, or remorse after engaging in sexual activities. Let me tell you something. If you're in a relationship, there's no such thing as feeling guilty or remorse unless
Yeah.
unless you took it and you just didn't take it nicely. Because sometimes taking it is cute. You know what I mean? It can just give you that fulfilling
I
for
always
real.
feel like if a man take his sneaky little piece, it's yours. It belong to you. That's yours.
No,
Yeah,
it's
right.
not yours, because if it ain't your wife, it ain't yours. If it ain't your husband, it ain't yours.
I'm talking the relationship. I'm talking if it's your wife.
Yeah. No, but I think there's a fine line between no and there's a fine line between no during foreplay. Because sometimes you just want to pretend. But there's, you know what I mean? When there's aggression there and somebody flinging you around and, pulling your hair and the words are so aggressive, no means no. You know what I mean? And that's why I was glad. I don't know if they still have that law that if your husband or wife takes that sex from you and you were not willing, that is still rape and sexual assault.
God damn.
It is. That needs to stay in play. Because when no mean no and we ain't sitting over there being hoochie coochie and you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like I said, don't touch me, and then you gonna still act like you about to take something. Well, damn it, I'm calling the police on you. I don't care. Loss of control, engaging in sexual behavior despite negative consequences. No, I said that already. Oh, we're winding this down. And we said ways for a woman to spice up her sex life. Communicate with your partner about your desires and fantasies. Try new positions or locations for sex. Experiment with role playing or dressing up. Introduce sex toys or props. Watch or read erotic content together. Schedule regular date nights or getaways to keep the passion alive. Take a class or workshop on sexual techniques or intimacy. Practice mindfulness and focus on being present during intimate moments. Explore different types of foreplay and techniques to build anticipation. And get creative with seduction and flirtation. Yeah, it ain't nothing like a good old dance, I'm telling you. And when you be in your house, you can put on all the hoochie clothes that you want, and you can put them Daisy Dukes on, and go and get you the damn high heels with the fur on them.
Okay.
No,
sure,
no, for real. Like, why can't you just be, that bitch in your house?
That's
Because
true.
a lot
That's
of men
true.
go out there and look at it. So why
That's
can't
true.
you just put it on?
That's true.
You put that on.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and put all that on. You know what I mean? Go go all out. Just get you a nice little wig, get you a little sexy outfit.
That's true.
Make sure that it's one of those raunchy ones. They have so many at the sex shop that you can purchase if you want to.
Yeah.
But you have to keep it spiced up.
Yeah.
And the whole conclusion to this is the communication. Communication between a man and a woman. And my views is, if I want to explore all of that, then I am going to explore it with someone that's going to take me to the next level. I don't want to be your girlfriend giving up all my goodies.
Yeah. I agree.
No. And so, in hindsight, when it comes down to it also, the older you get, you start to lose some of that sex drive. And like Sweet Lips said, you can hug, you can kiss, you can hold hands, you can read books to each other. You know what I mean? You can rub his feet. There are different ways to communicate love without going outside of your door, bringing back possibly some children, a disease.
Yeah.
There are things that you can do. You got a fireplace, light that fireplace and just sit there and just get intimate and hug and laugh. And, there are ways once you start hitting that peak where things is just right here. Let it be right here together.
I agree.
And like he said, sometimes you want to no. Let me take that back. You should always want to satisfy your partner. Sometimes it takes time to get there, and if it's something new and that person has never tried it, allow he or she to come to you. Allow them to come to you. But that is what a relationship is all about. That is what a marriage is all about. Pleasing, that is part of it. Pleasing one another. So, that is our sexy Saturday. I am Sledge, and that is my little brother, Sweet Lips. Cassandra said, I don't like heels, but I will get those red pumps. Oh, you dirty dog, you. If you want to be doing threesomes of 4 and 5 and 6 people, you shouldn't be married. Some people love that in the marriage. And hey, for you guys out there that don't mind having 4, 5, 6, 7 sums, you know what I mean? That is your prerogative. You can do whatever you want to do in your relationship. And we're just speaking on what I will not do. Because if I have to have 3 people, I need 3 separate people, and I don't need you there with me. Because if you so willing to offer my body like you donating me to science, then you go pick my own class that I want, donating my body to. But it is Sweet Lips, it is Sledge, and once again, we thank you for participating. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Cassandra. It has just been a real pleasant conversation, and I am glad. And for those who are watching, hopefully you guys will participate. And once again, you can support the channel by giving stars on He First Loved Us and To The Point 101. And you can also subscribe to the channel on YouTube. We thank you. It's been real. Hopefully you have learned something, because we done gave it all to you. We done brought it to you raw. We done brought it to you kind. We done kept it real. We done talked about it. And let me tell you something. This is still part of marriage.
Yes.
It is still part of marriage. It is still an important part of communication and how to make sure that your husband's eyes is on you, your wife's eyes is on you, and you only. But it's Sweet Lips and Sledge. And guess what, guys? We are out of here.